Hi, this is Alfred Brockett with Dwayne Fogus, and today we're going to be talking about communication with little bitty children. We're going to be reading out of this document right here, Let's Keep Talking. We're going to learn all about this. This is brought to us from the Prevent Child Abuse group, and this is a Prevent Child Abuse America publications. I'm going to share it with you, and I encourage you to go reach out to them, learn more information. So, I love you so much. Something that little children want to hear all the time. They really appreciate that. Communication is about talking and listening. Talking and listening. In the beginning, you'll do most of the talking with little children, especially with the little bitty babies. Good communication skills build a lasting, loving relationship for life. And as your child grows, how you communicate with him or her will change and grow too. That changes over time. Talking to your child is often one of the best ways to stay close, to help them when they're young, and also stay close throughout their lives. How do you teach your child? How do you do it? Starting at birth, your child learns by watching and listening to you. Your words and actions teach your child the skills he or she needs to survive. Because of what you teach them, they'll be able to succeed and be happy in life. Your love and encouragement also help your child build self-esteem. Feeling good about themselves is something all children need. This helps them succeed in school and in life. Communication is the best way to teach discipline as well. When you want to change inappropriate behavior, talking it out is more effective than punishment. Never shake or hit a baby or child because they're little bitty ones, and shaking them up can hurt them inside and all over their bodies, so don't do that. When children grasp why behavior is inappropriate, they're less likely to repeat it. They are. So focus on the positive. Be sure to throw that praise in there a lot for good behavior, and this helps build self-esteem and encourages more good behavior. As soon as your baby's born, you begin communicating. That's pretty obvious to a lot of folks. Your first message is love. Gentle touches and a soft voice tell your baby he or she is safe and loved. Your baby communicates too. You may know this already. When babies are comfortable, they usually smile and coo, especially as they get a little older. If they're uncomfortable or need something, they'll cry out and announce that fact to you. And it's up to us to figure that out, that little language they set up there initially, as they learn the bigger language around them. It's not always easy. Parents often have to guess what's wrong. Their baby can't give a lot of clues. The babies don't give a lot of clues. This can be stressful for new babies. Yeah, I said that, for the new baby and the new parent. But soon you'll get to know your baby's clues, and your baby will learn how to give you more clues too. They'll be able to communicate with you and figure out what it is that's getting through to you, and they'll repeat that as well. Now, toddlers communicate through words and actions. They communicate through words and actions, and toddlers are very expressive. They smile and laugh when they're happy. When they're upset or scared, they cry or act out. You'll see it on their face. You'll see it expressed in some way. This activity may seem inappropriate, especially at times that you're not expecting it, like when the company's over or you're in a public place or something like that. But that's how they're telling you that something's wrong or something's up, and they're trying to communicate with you. And that's a good time to start to interact with them and see what needs to be done, correct anything that's difficult, and praise them for anything that's good. Help your child name the emotions. Help them name the emotions and offer solutions if there's a problem that they can solve themselves. For example, I know you're angry because you can't watch television right now. Let's find something fun to do together. Or provide a few suggestions that are alternatives to watching the TV when it's out. Now, how about, it's sad when toys break. Let's see if we can fix it. And then you got the little opportunity for a project to go on there, and these sorts of things. Talk about emotions and stories too when you're reading to them and listening to them. Point out when characters are happy, experiencing happiness, experiencing fear when they're scared, or angry, and perhaps reflect on from your own experience why you feel that way, and ask them why they might feel that way. And then you can do a little correction there and a little interaction and learn more about the child, and the child can learn more about you and the general things that you're teaching to them. And of course, let your child know you love him or her every day. Every day. Toddlers, like babies and all children, they need to know that they're safe and they feel loved. Now, young children are moving on to 3 to 6. They can communicate with words. They're moving in the words. They're getting sentences going on. And enjoy your child's developing language skills. They can be quite unique. And encourage them. At this time also, if there's more than one language in the house, they're going to be talking more than one language, and they may switch between them without letting you know. Ask questions about school and friends. Show you're listening by nodding and asking more questions, qualifying questions. What did you mean by that? What do you think that this meant such and such and so on for? Use positive discipline at this time also. It helps correct misbehavior without blaming or using physical force. Talk to your child using I statements. For example, I'm upset that you left toys on the stairs after I asked you not to. Someone could trip and get hurt. Of course, you got to repeat that too much. That could be a problem. So what are we going to do there? That tells your child how you feel about what he or she is doing and why. I'm upset that you left toys on the stairs after I asked you not to do it. Someone could trip and get hurt. You don't want that to happen, do you? So your child is more likely to change behavior if he or she understands your point of view. Also, repetition is helpful. Keep offering love and support. Kind words and gentle touches such as a hug are still important. Good question to ask. What did you do in school today? And if they give you, just the same old thing, well, did you learn how to read? What was a new thing that you learned? Did any of your friends do anything? Did you have sports to play? You may ask the same question over and over, and they may tell you that in the future, but at that point, they know, now you know they're listening to you, and you can change your cues as time goes on. Now, other children, we're getting a little older now, we're 7 to 12 years old, right? What's going on here? They have better communication skills, but they still may have trouble expressing their feelings because it's kind of hard to navigate that. And some feelings are hard to name. Even when we get older, at times your child may not be sure why he or she feels a certain way, or your child may not know how to describe a feeling such as jealousy. Well, be a good listener. Help your child talk about problems when you notice something is wrong. Draw it out, ask about it. For example, it seems like something is upsetting you. You want to talk about it? And then, of course, you may need to fish around there a little bit, find out what it is. Don't give up. And listen carefully. When they do open up, or as they're working towards it, it'll help your child feel understood and valued in the long run, and they'll communicate back to you. They'll help you with that. Are you feeling well? You'll hear that from them, and that empathy, and that's kind of nice too. Talk about feelings and possible reasons for them. Help your child think through problems and come up with solutions. This helps build self-confidence and independence, and that can come out. We were talking about reading the books before and talking about characters. We can do, movies and television, big things going on. All these things on the YouTube and the videos and the games kids play. We could talk to them at this age, 7 through 12. Why do you think that's going on there? If you don't approve of a certain game, you can actually relate your feelings to what's going on in the program or in the game to let them know why you don't care for it. And that helps to explain things. And you may be surprised and find that they're going to reflect your own feelings about that once they understand what's going on behind. Now, communication during the teen years is especially important. Especially now with a lot of violence going on, but especially with drugs. Communicating with the teens right now is very important to get ahead of the communication that they're going to receive, the propaganda and the commercialization of all this popular culture, which has been infused with the drugs, and we want to get ahead of that and stay away from it. And a good way to do that is by talking to the children, talking to them when they're teenagers. So communication during the teen years is especially important, especially they're going through all those changes anyway, and it helps to alleviate some of those problems, or at least later on when they reflect back and know that you were there for them. Teens want more independence, of course, but they also need your support. You got to be there for them. They need that in themselves. For example, teens need their parents to trust them to solve problems by themselves. At the same time, they also need to know that their parents will be there if they need help, right? So it's important to develop a trusting relationship. Encourage your teen to express feelings openly and honestly, and do the same in return by exemplifying that. They'll be encouraged to perform that activity. If they see you doing something, they hear you doing something, they're going to do it too, and they'll do it with you, and that's really very important for them in the long run. And continue to let your teen also know that you love him or her. It's not just a cutoff. They're a certain age. They know that, hey, I like hearing it all the time myself, right? So they will too, and they'll appreciate it, and it helps build that relationship with them and maintain it. Make the most of your time together. Meal times are a great time to talk, throw things out there, get things kicked around, and remember to be a good listener. So, where are we now? We're talking about let's keep talking, right? So, Now we got to the end, and look, it says, keep talking. Check that out. Is that clear over there? Let's get that going on. Okay, keep talking. Good communication is key to a happy family and also to a happy life and a happy community, right? So good communication is a key to a happy family. Whether your child is a toddler or all the way up to a teen, good communication is the best way to teach skills, build self-esteem, and provide positive discipline. It's a lot of fun too. It fills in the time, and you'll be amazed at what happens between yourself and your children, and also out in the community as you see them interact with others. It's really quite beautiful, amazing. So finally, we're going to finish up with good communication strengthens your relationship with your child now and for years to come. That's guaranteed. Thanks for listening to me. This is Alfred with the Wayne Focus, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye-bye.